Welcome back to episode 2 in my Christmas calendar series for 2023. And what I've called the December is a way to make the digital electronics of the 70s, 80s and 90s and even up to today more available for the people in the retro community that struggles with this every day, and maybe with a little help they can be able to do their old fault finding. It's really not that hard when you get the grasp of what is a 1 and what is a 0 and the sequence of things and clocks and so on. But we start really simple. Yesterday it was the OR gate. This time it will be the AND gate in its simplest form, and maybe we do some fun things with this later. Yes, welcome to lesson 2, and this is my December Christmas calendar, and this time we are going to look at the AND gate. And the AND gate is the one with the straight bullet design, something like this, and we agreed to call this the Y on these American symbols, or this is the symbol that is used today. And we also have the DIN symbol that I learned that we should use back in the day. And I have seen now some documentation where they really are. This should be this sign here. Sorry. The one that is used on the Donald Duck in Norway. It's like so. This sign. So it's not always easy. And the AND gate. I think when you look at the truth table, the name gives itself. And we do the same as we did last time. We just count and make the systematic truth table like this. And the AND gate needs both A and B to be high to get the output. So this will be something, or not something, as yesterday. This will always be like this. And this function can also be combined with other things, of course, but this is the basic function of AND gate. And if you look in this in the time perspective, like we did yesterday, I think this will give us a good understanding of the difference between the OR gate and the AND gate. And I will still try to make my best to do these drawings okay, but this is not my strongest point. Yeah, something like this. It was 6 pulses, and we have the same B as we had yesterday too. It stays up for 1 period like so, and that means that we get 3 of those. And here you can see the only case where we get a 1 out is where both these are high. So that means that we start low, and we are low until we come to this point here. And the same here. So if we take here and see the only place where this should be high is where both of these are high at the same time. Like so. And this differs from what we saw yesterday. If we look at this yesterday, we can see that it's exactly the opposite of this one, just a little out of time. So that is basically the function to the AND gate. And we are going to go a bit further. What will happen if you take this AND gate like so and couple this together with another AND gate? Sorry, this should be a more bulletproof design, I think. But what we are doing, we are connecting them together as so. We still have the A and B, and then we make a C output, and we have the Y here. And if we try to draw up a truth table for this, it will look something like, I will try to make this long enough. It may be a bit narrow, but we have to see. Yeah, this might fit just well. And I'm going to take this and make no exception for what's A and B and so on, but there are some cases where you use A, B, C like this, and A, B, C the other way around, but I think we will keep with that the A is that we follow the alphabet just in our example here. So A is not the least significant bit in this case. And we just start by counting again. Oh, it was even too long. Yeah, something like that, or exactly like that, as we say. And if we follow the logic behind this one, the only case where this will give a 1 out is in this case here. But this 1 is fed to another AND gate, so that means we both need those to be 1 and that one to be 1 to have a 1 on the output. So this means that the only case where this will have a 1 is this one, because 1 and 1 here will get a 1 on this pawn, and then you have a fixed 1 on this as long as they are both high, and this is fed through so that you have this situation here. And we can also take this a bit further if you like. And what will happen to an AND gate where one pin is connected to ground and the other have this pull strain? It will always be a 0, even though you pulse this one. And the other case, like so. If this one is tied to VCC and it's a 1, if you have a pull strain here, you will get the exact same pull strain on the output, because every time this is high, this is fixed high. So then you get this pull strain in the same phase as on the input. So then it's just acting as a buffer. We come back to buffers later on. And this one, I come off to a really bad start there. This is also a 14 pin IC. It's the 7408, I think. I have to look that up. And this is +5, and this is G and D down there. And this looks almost identical to the ones from yesterday. It's just that this is AND gates, not OR gates. Like so. And another way of writing this, you might see this represented something along the lines of this. It can of course be turned around, but with VCC and G and D here. And then it's written on these, it's just written 1A, 1B, 1Y, 2A, 2B, 2Y. And it's written like this. And on this side, it will be like so. This will be the 3Y, 3B, 3A, 3B. And this will be the 4Y, 4B, 4A, 4B. Sorry. And this is just another way of writing the same logic, and this is more along the lines of the modern chips. And also in some cases you have this notch here to tell you which pin is the number 1 pin. And in some cases you do have a marking just like so, it's a dot or something by the first pin. But this is meant to be able to orient what way the chip should go. Yes. Yes, and here we can see the data sheet for the 7408, and I'm giving you this as an example of a data sheet. This is the version that is most modern, and this is the version I first saw it in the 1988 or 87 something version of this book. It doesn't come every year, but I do remember I bought this book when it was brand new, and it was maybe gotten into 1988 when I did that. Here you can see the new way of putting out these chips, where you just have the pinout and the gate names here. And you have the new logic symbol. They have put it like so. And they also have contained the old logic way of putting the logics in here. And they also have included a truth table for this chip. In a truth table like this, it's put like an X when it's irrelevant what should be there. So they have omitted the cases where this is 0, because if this bit here is 0, then it doesn't matter what this bit is, because a 0 is a dominant level on this gate. And they also have this in a small form factor surface mounted package. But back in the day when I learned this first, it was this kind of data sheet, and of course all the electrical information and stuff was still there, but it was long in the back of the book. And this was what we saw when we browsed through the book. And I really learned a lot by looking at these diagrams and reading what kind of gate it was. And it was really easy to get a slight and good overview of what kind of different building blocks you had at your hand. But this was just to show you how the data sheets show in the real life. And this is the Texas Instrument version. They have the best data sheet in my opinion. So that was the AND gate in its most basic form. So tomorrow we are going to cover another gate in its most basic form. Yes, this was my second episode of this Christmas calendar. Hopefully I will be able to follow up on this and make one for each day until Christmas. And next up is maybe we have to take 2 gates, or maybe we just take one. So stay tuned for tomorrow's episode in my 2003 Christmas calendar. And please be so kind as to subscribe and watch some of my other videos if you like. I really could need the time you spend on my videos to get up on the statistics of YouTube. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you again tomorrow.